Are you tired of getting absolutely smoked in Warzone 2? Well, today we're talking about how to increase your awareness to either get more kills or, well, avoid getting killed. So we're going to start with the first tip. The compass at the top of your screen tells you more than you think it does. Not only to tell you direction, but tells you what direction enemies are firing. When enemies fire in your vicinity, you'll see red dots popping up there. That is huge for learning if you need to avoid or push based on how many shots are going off in that area. Now looking at your mini-map, you're going to have a couple of different dots on this one when you pop a UAV. You've got two different dots that will show, a solid red dot for players or a hollow red dot for bots. This is key for figuring out if you should push these players or take a few bots to get some extra armor plates. Now this one's a leftover from Warzone 1, but you definitely should ping your enemies. So just like in Warzone 1, this gives a live ping on enemies. This lets your teammates know exactly where the enemies are and gives information on the best way to push. Now along with that comes interrogating enemies. Let's say you down an enemy player. You can down an enemy player, hold your action button, and interact with that enemy. This will interrogate them. It'll show you a kind of ping like the snapshot grenades to tell you exactly where that enemy is on the team. Next up, we have prox chat. Proximity chat is new in Warzone and DMZ. This can either be a benefit or a detriment depending on what side you're on. Now, if you're something else to avoid proximity chat entirely, what you can do is use Discord to avoid showing where you are in your area with prox chat. Now, what you should be doing here, obviously, is listening for enemy comms, listening for enemies that just have their mic open. I mean, a lot of guys, let's be honest, have their microphones in wind tunnels, so it's not too hard to locate them. Now, when it comes to perk packages, you definitely want Vanguard. Vanguard perk package will not only give you double time and bomb squad, it also gives you high alert. This lets you know when enemies are looking at you from various directions. On a large map like El Mazrah, this is huge for understanding where enemies are and gives you a heads up when enemies are looking at you, even if they're not actively aimed at you. The last tip I have is look for enemy players' lasers. These enemy lasers not only give the enemy's location, but also lets you know exactly where they're aiming. So what you can do here is throw a decoy grenade or something along those lines and throw off the enemy laser and then make your push. This gives you a major upper hand in any gunfight. If these quick tips helped you out, give the video a like. That helps the channel out more than you know. And if you want to get more content just like this, hit subscribe, because the next video coming out is all about weapon tuning and the weapons that you should be using in Warzone.